I'm only taking one step at a time towards healing myself. I had to get out, I found a way out. No more living in pain or misery. It's all about protecting my energy. Keep the negative away from me, because I am just keeping my peace. Cut off everything that no longer was serving me, and I chose to start loving myself. I walk in my purpose, no looking back, I'm only going with it. B.O. standing there, a better version of me. I must say that I'm proud of me. It's not about how you feel, I'm living proof that God is real. So let me show you how to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, cause I came a long way. My journey isn't yet complete, that's what it look like to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, I'm proud of myself. It's nothing to it, you can do it, all you gotta do is just fight through it. Creative soul, creative soul, creative soul. Just fight through it. Creative soul, creative soul, creative soul, creative soul, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Pain to Purpose podcast, where we have open discussions to heal together as a community. Today, we're on episode 28, and we're talking about tragedy to treasure. And our special guest is Nathaniel Nobel. Welcome, Nathaniel.
How you doing? Thanks for the invite.
You
Appreciate
are
it.
welcome. I am doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm living good. I got it on my chest.
Good. Now, for our audience, he is not only a guest, but he is a podcaster as well. So we're
Yes.
going to give you his information at the end so that you can follow him on all his platforms.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So I'm glad that you are here to share your tragedy to treasure story, because we talk about the pain, but we always want to hear about the purpose. So I'm going to open up the floor for you.
Okay. Where do I start? One day I was born with no pain at all. Then I grew up and life whipped my behind.
Sounds about right.
But I'm here because of all the instructions from my parents and the wisdom and the knowledge of all the elders I came up with, learning from their reasons and all their situations, taking the good and getting rid of the bad. But anyway, let me stop joking. My story starts with pain. Okay, I was married to my first wife. We got
Now, when
married.
did you get married?
I got married in 88.
Okay.
We met in 87. 6 months later, I was married. I
You
was
were
ready.
in love.
Huh?
You were in love.
Well, I was focused.
Okay, we'll go with focused.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted, so it's like ain't no time to play no games. I was in the Air Force too, so I was getting ready to leave one state. I'm like, I'm not with the long distance love affair. We either get married or break it off here. So marriage was the deal.
Or was it because you were trying to make sure nobody else have her?
I just didn't want no long distance love affair.
Okay, just check.
We either break it off here and move on, or we get married and let's go build a life.
All right.
Yeah, you can't stop nobody from having. Apparently, that I didn't stop what happened.
All right. So you got married 6 months later, and
Moved to California from Mississippi. I'm originally from New Orleans. My first wife, she's from Mississippi, out in the country woods. So we off to California in '88. I think 2 years later we had first baby girl. Maybe another 3 years we had the second baby girl. It's like in '90 and '94. Two girls. Okay. So my thing was I wanted my wife to be like my kid's first teacher and everything, see all the walks. So I worked extra so she can stay home and raise the babies.
okay,
Just so they won't be all over these daycares and other people raising them and seeing their first walks and first talk and all that. So I just wanted to give my kids that, that bonding experience with their mom.
okay,
So anyway, I guess she must have got bored, got a job at the casino around here in California. And, the casino got them ballers coming through, all kind of people. And, if you ain't grounded in your resolve, anything coming trick you unless you're looking for that. But anyway, so let me see, this is this is like the last part of '94. Start noticing some different activities with the wife, and I'm seeing, stuff. Let me see. I'm trying to tell this story without like beating up on my kid's mother, but I just want to give you my side without like destroying her, because we good now. So it's like I'm just gonna tell you the story as it happens,
okay.
because I can do that. I don't have to slam because I'm healed and think she's healed. Forgiven has been forgiven, and we're here.
All right.
Yeah. So, for the sake of the kids and just for the sake of uh God's sake. So yeah, some strange stuff was going on, some disappearing acts and some hair tracks and hickeys and all that stuff started popping up, and I don't do the pulling the hair and the hickeys. So I'm asking questions like, yo, what's up? Every Sunday you disappear without me and the kids, and I don't see you till hours later.
Every Sunday?
Yeah, it started to be every Sunday. Like, oh, I need some time for myself and all this. I'm like, you wanted these kids. I was like,
Not
I'm like,
you wanted these kids.
no, she like, yo, I want to have these kids when I'm young because I want to grow up with them. I'm like, you sure?
Okay.
Because the dynamic's gonna change forever. We can't be hot dating and doing this and boyfriend and girlfriend. We was married, but I mean, just doing stuff single people do. Not single, but people with no kids do. We can go and we don't have to worry about babysitters. I'm like, the kids gonna change everything forever. It ain't gonna be about you and me. It's gonna be about them. So yeah, so that's why I said, oh, you blacked out. Oh, there you go. That's what I was telling her. I said, you sure? Okay, she said she was sure. I say, so then that's when I participated and we created baby number one. And then baby number two. Baby number one had a couple of years to, grow up and be by herself and do all that stuff. Then baby number two come around. Two
All right.
girls, two of my babies.
All right.
But anyway, so we get to the point on like, hey, something going on. What's up? Let's talk. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't look at me as your husband. Just talk to me like you're talking to your best friend. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna just tell me what's up. Run it down. So she ran it down like, oh man, she was messing with this other guy. Then my heart fell out. I don't know where it went. Everything went blank. And I was heartbroken to the deepest I ever been in my life. I mean, I had a little previous heartbreak before that, but it wasn't a wife and kids situation, and it wasn't like it's gonna be the love of my life forever. So that was just like a little bump in the road. It hurt. I took it. But this here was different because like this is my family. This is my, my whole dream of doing the whole thing from here on out. So that was snatched away from me when I heard that conversation. So I'm lost. And I was devastated. I'm like, I was so messed up, man. Where you cry all your tears out and you can't even find tears no more. It didn't dry them all out. You just like hurting. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It got to a point where I literally had to put her out, take the key and get out because I'm like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know,
Okay.
you want to roll with that, go with that. I'll take the pain and just suffer. But yeah, so we had to break up. I think we separated. I filed legal separation, you know, to keep the paperwork stuff straight, where I ain't gonna be encountering her death or whatever misgivings. I'm thinking, I think it was a year, separated a year, legal separated. I'm trying to give her time to get it out of the system. You know, people screw up. All right. So I'm trying to give her time to get out of the system and figure out, like, look, I'm about to lose a whole family, 2 little girls and a husband. And maybe I should straighten up, but that never happened. Got back together, try to make it work, and then it's like she wasn't ready to get back. I remember one thing she said. She said, "Well, we're moving too fast." I'm like, "How we moving too fast? We was married like 7 years with 2 kids. How do you move too fast getting back together when we already got history?" So yeah, that was kind of hard. And then it was to a point where this is me. This is normally me, like cool, free, you
Lay
know,
back.
carefree and all that. And just, but I was at a point where I wanted to kill her, kill the dude. And then I know I was gonna be in trouble. So I'm like, well, I'm going out with a bang too, and I'm not leaving my kids here in this crazy world. That's what my mind was in that dark moment. Now, mind you, I never think that or feel that in my normal state, but that's how low I was and broken I was, where I was thinking on that level. And the only thing that saved me from stop doing all that crazy stuff, I thought about my 2 babies, and it's like, they don't deserve this. You know, this is not even a battle. You know, it's something 2 adults went through, and I lost it. Now they don't have a mother or a father, and you know, if they survive, they be orphans. I'm like, my kids don't deserve this. So I'm not gonna do that to 'em. I'm just gonna take this hurt and just, you know, just suck it up and move on. So yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. I was right down the street. I'm like, I got my 9 loaded. I knew where it was at. I'm like, it's got to go down. But
So you
just
have
like,
planned it out.
it didn't take long. But I'm saying
Well,
what stopped me was thinking about my babies being deserted, losing their mother and their father, and they was like, I think it was 2 and 4. That wasn't, I can't do that to them. I told
so
them the
when
story
did
too later.
so
Go ahead.
when did you come to the conclusion that this is not the right way to go? And what did you do to get help through it?
Well, I came to the conclusion when I was sitting there down the street from the location, when I thought about my babies like that. The night I was getting ready to execute something, I thought about my babies, and then I wrapped it up and went home. So that's when I came to the conclusion this ain't the right thing to do, because I don't want my kids to be traumatized forever. And I just had to take that one. And then what kind of help? I prayed. We tried to do counseling and stuff, church counseling, and she wasn't ready for that. She wasn't serious about that. And then what else? I talked to a lot of people. I always talk to people that that's got a little wisdom and have been through that, a little older people. So
Mhm.
I always talk to people, and that kind of helped me relieve some of the pain and just get it out of my system instead of just holding it all in where
Mm.
I explode. I
That makes
always
it worse when you hold it in.
I know that's not healthy. So that's why I always talk to people. I prayed a lot, and I I can't remember if I was working out or whatever. But I kept my job. I kept going to work and stuff. And yeah, I talked to guys at work. Some of them guys have been through situations like that. So I always had somebody that can, like, what do you call it?
Talk
Uh,
to?
I wouldn't say like mentor, but they would listen and give me sound advice, or they
Okay.
encourage me. They'll pray for me and all that stuff. So that was my I guess my circuit of, I don't know what the word, not friends, but
I know what you're saying.
my circle.
Support, your support system.
Yeah, the support system that kind of kept me, in the boundaries and not just jumping off the edge. But that was the worst pain I ever. I mean, that right there, by me getting through that, I think I can handle anything in life now. I was at my lowest I ever been. Nobody even told me how low it can go. We call
So
her good
tell us
mama.
about the treasure.
The treasure, the
What
purpose. The treasure was
is the treasure?
everybody's living. Nobody died. I'm still in my right mind. Me and my baby's mother, my ex-wife, we on cordial terms. Ain't no hate, no animosity and stuff. I'm remarried, and my second wife, she is a big part of pulling me out of that broken state too. So we was friends, and then she happened to be my barber. So you're always talking to your barber or your hairstylist. That's your therapy right there. That's the black neighborhood therapist there, the barber shop.
So you had the hood therapist to help you get through it.
Yeah, she helped me out, helped raise my girls and all that stuff. Cause
So
she's
that's then you wasn't by yourself.
no, cause I'm always talking to people, and she was helping me, through that stuff too, from a woman's perspective, and
Okay.
I just bounced stuff off her. We was friends for a while. Then when I freed up, it's like, yo, I know a lot about you. You know a lot about me. We might well go together. Cause I tried some other dating in between when I was separated, trying to date and just feel the situation. It's like, it's crazy because I would tell my wife, my current wife now, since she's my barber, right? Yeah, I went on a date with this chick here and stuff, and this and that, and that. This she does this and all this, and she give me feedback on it and stuff. That didn't work, so I go to another date, dated her for a couple months or whatever. I'm giving her the feedback on the situation, and now like she give me some more feedback. And I'm like, so I guess all the while she was checking me out, seeing how I was a good
Of
guy.
course
It
you
just
was.
yeah, but I didn't know that. I thought she was my friend. I thought she was my barber friend, and we just had good conversation. But I was consistent with myself. I'm just a good dude. I ain't perfect, but I treat people right.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but I treat people right. So she's seen the essence of me, and I guess here we are. Like we got together, I think in '96. Yeah, after I left my first one, and I say that's it. '96, and here it is. What 2004? 24.
That's a blessing.
We got married in '98. Yeah, she
And
won't
you have
leave.
how many children together?
Huh?
You have how many children together?
None. She had 4, and I had my 2. She's 12 years my senior. She good though. My friend.
Well, I am grateful that you got through it. I
Yes,
pray
Lord.
that your story helps our audience because we know that there's somebody out there that's going through a divorce. There
Oh,
we
there's
know there's
some.
somebody out there that's, going through hard times. And when they hear these stories about what somebody been through, the pain and how you got to your purpose, it kind of lifts the pain a little bit, and then it gives you the mindset that if they got through it, I can get through it. So I'm glad that you came on to share your story.
Yeah, I want to. Anybody going through this or about to go through this? There's light on the other side. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna hurt. Don't give up. Don't kill nobody. Don't kill yourself. Stay prayed up. Get you some quality friends to talk to and bounce off. Get some counseling or whatever. But don't give up. I'm telling you. I'm better than I ever was. I'm situated better. I got a better woman situated. And I'm like, if you go through that, because it's better on the other side. And if you got kids involved, just be the best for them, and try not to destroy the other parent in their face or around them. You know what I mean? Because the kids love both parents, and you don't want them to be choosing between this one and that one and playing the kids in the middle. So my kids got an extra bonus mom and a whole bunch of extra bonus brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, and all that stuff. And they still got their mom and their dad.
Good.
So ain't nobody mad but the devil, and I'm glad about it. But yeah, it was rough, and like I said, I wouldn't recommend that pain to nobody but the devil, because
Yeah,
it ain't nothing to play with. Yeah,
right.
it's nothing to play with.
Divorces are really hard. Now, do you think you guys being young may have played a little part in it or no?
For me, no, I was a grown man. I'm raised by my grandma and all these old OGs, so I got their mindset. I didn't have a typical like 20-year-old mindset. Even when I was in high school, I was an old soul. I hung around old people, so I didn't have time for games and foolishness and stuff.
So
So I knew what I wanted.
would you recommend younger people to get married, like if that's on their mind, or do you think that they should be like a certain age bracket?
It's based on maturity. I mean, they got some people that dated in high school, been married 50 years. Then they got some people get married at 30 and 40, can't stay married 6 months. So it's based on the maturity and the communication of each partner, and then you got to want to be with that person. That person got to want to be with you, and you're going to do what it takes. I can't live my life without you. I mean, whatever I do in life, I rather you be there with me. It's like that. And that was my first little heartbreak. That was my mindset. Because I'm looking at the marathon, not no sprint. So if I'm gonna get with you, we about to build something. We're gonna grow. We're gonna yeah. So but
Waste my time.
huh? Yeah,
Like
yeah.
waste my time.
But my first wife, she was young, and her dad was killed before she was born, so she really didn't have a father figure to like father her. Her mom had got married and had two other kids, but it wasn't really like a father. Called him by his first name, so it wasn't like I don't think moms will allow him to chastise her and straighten up. But so that played a part for us, her looking for love in all the wrong places or looking for that newness in every relationship because missing that daddy love. On the
It
other
has
hand,
been through that.
yeah, on the other hand, my daughters had their daddy all their life, even through the ups and downs and the breakup. I'm always here. I'm still here.
Mhm.
So they had a different mindset of, they wasn't out there like all over the place, all these just multiple relationships and all that stuff. Cause dad's still here. And I was actively in their life and we still are. Makes a difference. Dads, stay in your kids' life. My dad made a difference in my life, even though I moved back with him in my high school years. My mom took us and ran when I was 5. But we always had contact with our dad. So my dad was always around. He just wasn't in the house. And when I turned a teenager, I'm like, Moms, going and live with my pops because I need my manhood to be manned up.
And you believe that that helped you.
Oh, yes. My dad was a man's man. He taught me how to work on trucks and drive trucks and raise kids and be responsible head of household.
So you were
Uh,
very mature when you got married.
yes. Everybody was saying, well, maybe we was too young. I'm like, well, how you explain those people that have been married 50 years and they started when they was 14? They was younger than me.
So now that you went through all that, now you have your treasure.
What's my treasure? I'm alive. And I can speak on it and share the light with other people and just encourage them to stay strong, my brother and my sister, and just stay prayed up and stay away from these foolish people that's gonna give you bad advice.
Now, do you suggest counseling? Do you recommend counseling?
I did a little church counseling and stuff, but like I said, I was talking to so many different other people that had a little wisdom and that wasn't giving me no foolishness. So to me, that was my form of counseling because I was bouncing it off of people and they was giving me sound advice. So that was my, just to give me another perspective. Like I think this, and I say, well, you don't have to do that. You can do this and all that stuff. So that was my form of counseling. All these different people in my life, what we call them, the support group.
Support group.
But we did
Now,
the church thing.
okay, you have the support group, but then you have like the church counseling. But then you have like some people go through their insurance. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't believe in our community. I talk about this all the time. They don't believe in counseling. They don't believe in therapy.
yeah. They call you
They're
weak.
not gonna, like
Suck
nobody's
it
gonna
up.
tell me what to do.
Right.
You believe that that could possibly help?
Yes, I would recommend them. I would recommend them to go get professional counseling, especially if you got it through your insurance or whatever. But just go get it to get another perspective, an outside perspective that don't have nothing to do with you and your situation. Go get some professional help. You know, you may need, you may not, but go check it out.
Right.
Me, I did it from grassroots. I'm talking to the OGs.
You were
And
talking to the older ones to get
yeah,
the
the
answer.
people that been down that road and they survive and they see me in my mess like, yo, it's gonna be all right. Pick your head up.
But I think marriage is different than, and this is just my opinion. We can agree to disagree for my audience. I do not believe that marriage is the same from back in the day, from when my grandparents were married. Things have truly changed. It used to be where, the woman, she probably worked, she probably didn't. But if she did work, she still was responsible for the kids, the house, and everything else. And all
Hmm.
the man had to do was just go to work, come home, put his feet up.
Bring home the bacon and eat
And I,
it.
I just don't believe, I think you should be a team.
Yeah, well, uh,
And that's,
there's a there's a lot of more distractions now, and a lot of more independent women that's making more money than the men. So all that dynamics plays a part in the mindset of the marriage too. So me, I'm not intimidated by a woman that make more money than me, because that means I ain't got to give her none of my. Unless I,
uh-uh.
if she making more than me, voila, yo
I'm
baby,
gonna
give me
make,
some lunch
I'm
money.
gonna make sure that your wife see this
My
episode.
wife already know I'm talking
I
about
don't
her.
care. I'm gonna make sure she see it.
Why you think I'm boldly Satan it? Because that's how we roll.
I'm still gonna give you a hard time to Well,
Like I
I
said,
appreciate you coming on here to share your story, to help others understand that there is light at the end of the
oh yeah,
tunnel.
yeah,
And no
hanging on.
matter what you're going through, God is always with you, even though you may not feel like He's there with you. But God is always, always on time,
Yes,
and He will help you, whatever situation that you may be in. Please understand that you are not alone. There are a lot of people that are going through a lot of tragedies, but just know that you will have your treasure.
yes. The treasure is don't quit, don't give up, and don't give up on you. Especially if you got kids. Them kids give you superhero powers. My kids saved my life and their mama life and their life. They don't even know it. Well, I told them as they got older, but that can't do that to the kids. They didn't
Right.
ask for none of that problem. But yeah, so if people want to find me, is that a question?
Yes, it is. I just didn't want to interrupt you, Nathaniel.
Oh, it's your show.
So if they would like to find you, how can they find your podcast?
Okay, they can find me at Nathaniel Nobel Jr. Podcast, or they can hit MrNobelPodcast.com, and they can find it on all the podcast platforms. Mine is an audio show, so you won't see no video. It's audio,
What
Spotify,
days and
Apple.
times?
I drop a new episode every Sunday at 12 noon Pacific time, but they can just pull it up and all the other episodes is there 24/7. But the brand new ones come out every Sunday.
Okay. So you guys got that. And stay tuned because I'll be on Nathaniel's podcast sharing a story, some love, and some light. Please don't forget my affirmation coloring book called Wonderfully Made on Amazon, as well as my first book, Tears of a Shattered Heart. We do have our Paint to Purpose podcast shirts, as well as the tumblers. You can purchase those by emailing me at creativesoul.business@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to us every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Remember, it is only pain until you discover your purpose and start your healing journey. I will see you next time.